A Trip to Asgard, written by M. Iris Alicea. Read by Maria Chester. For this and other recordings like this, follow me on Tumblr at realmjumpingstoryteller.tumblr.com or subscribe to my YouTube channel, Wonderful World of Stories. Chapter 4. The doctor threw his arm around River. They and Loki leapt to the side of the dirt road to clear out of the bull's path. Prince Loki spun to see Thor walking along, apparently oblivious. "Thor!" The prince kept walking. Loki shuddered. What an utter buffoon! Was he playing deaf? The beast's hooves pounded into the dirt, shaking the hard ground. When the bull's horns were close enough to gore him, Thor whipped around and uppercut Mjolnir into the bull's face. It fell on its back, legs thrashing. The bull twisted to the side, furious enough to propel himself to stand up again. It snorted and charged at Thor's cloak once more. Loki clapped his hands in agony before he yanked out a dagger. "Get rid of that cloth before it's your shroud!" he cried. Thor obeyed, turning circles as he chased his cape. The red fabric twisted behind him in a flurry of dizzying grabs for a few heart-stopping seconds. At last, he stopped spinning and just tugged. The cloth was taut, but well fastened. The bull was nearly on him again. He turned and ran for 10 paces to give himself some space from the bull. Hardly any, for the bull stomped its forefoot and charged again, intent on ridding the world of that flowing red shape attached to the man. Loki scrubbed his knuckles over his face. "Oh, he will be the death of me. What should I tell mother and father if he's trampled to death?" Thor grunted. He ripped his cloak from his shoulders and spun away from the middle of the road, just in time. Mjolnir had fallen when he was focused on freeing himself from the cloth that had so enraged the bull. By this time, many people ran out into the road to witness the spectacle. They jostled each other to see, but stopped when they saw the splintered pen the bull had burst from. "Oh no! Luis! Your bull is rampaging and will gore that man!" a villager cried. "Where did he come from?" Loki turned his head. "Do the people here speak our tongue?" The doctor licked his lips before answering. "No, actually, but the languages are intelligible when I'm around." "He will be killed!" cried a lady. Prince Thor whisked his tattered cape out of the bull's face in the nick of time. It stumbled into the empty dirt road. "Ole!" the doctor cried. People behind him murmured in confusion at this new word. Enraged, the bull snorted as it turned around. Its sides heaved as the beast took in air. For a moment, the rush was over, and the bull turned around to return to the stall. When it caught sight of the cape, the bull's nostrils flared. He charged, right toward Thor and the townspeople behind him. The doctor waved his arms, drawing the attention of all not holding a red cape. Time to do what he did best. Crowd control. "Excuse me, everyone! Return to your homes. Or, to move us all along faster, I'll make another suggestion. Run!" The people on the road obediently scattered and proceeded to watch the challenge from before their houses. Thor never once looked perturbed. In fact, his grin took over his face as he flourished the cape in the bull's direction. "Ah, would you like this?" He stood still as the bull charged. At the last minute, he tossed the heavy cape over the bull's head. The bull tossed its horns, but didn't free itself from the sudden blindness that had befallen it. "Ole!" cheered the people. The doctor chuckled and echoed the call. The blinded bull kept on charging, right into an embankment and over into brambles and hard ground. His bellow of defiance quickly became a low of pain. Thor beamed at his friends. Meanwhile, the townspeople rushed to see the bull's state. The vivacious prince soon followed the crowds to stare down the cliff. The bull had broken 2 forelegs and was now snorting in pain. Louis shook his head in despair and asked for someone to bring his chopping axe. The animal needed to be put out of his suffering. They tied his bull's carcass and hefted it up to the level ground. Thor helped tug it, of course, and saw the butcher come out of his shop. After the butcher had the beast towed to his shop door, he paid Louise for the bull, and the people lined up to pay for a cut of beef for dinner that day. Thor called Mjolnir, raised her in triumph, and the skies eagerly answered with growling thunder and dancing lightning. The townspeople cowered, gasping in awe in this novelty. A man who had bested a bull without being torn to shreds and was clearly above an average man's ability. Could a human truly call thunder when he desired it? No. Loki smiled, hearing the confused mutterings. He offered an explanation. "We are visiting princes from a distant land." Thus appeased, the people began asking how they could repeat the entertainment. The doctor piped up, "Try to enclose the beast in a stadium, and have a man hold the red cape beside himself, not directly in front of him. This could be the start of a wonderful sport." River approached the doctor. "Just how much will we have changed these people's lives?" He winked. "Could last a while. After all, ole!" Soon enough, the doctor waved goodbye to the people. After they returned to the TARDIS, Thor exulted, "I love Spain. Now, onward to home."